Sweet children, you have come to the Father to make your fortune elevated. To the extent that you follow Srimad, you will accordingly make your fortune elevated. Question. So again, follow Srimad, the result is elevated fortune. Question, what habit of the path of bhakti should you children no longer have? Answer, on the path of bhakti, when they experience a little sorrow or fall ill, they say, hmm? They call out,
Oh God.
Oh Ram, oh God. On the path of bhakti, there is the habit of crying out in sorrow. Oh God, mercy, help us. You must no longer allow such words. Means you should forget the words. Of course, the words, because that affects atmosphere directly. There shouldn't be such feelings or vibrations being emitted by you, because you're basically saying, I'm not in remembrance and I'm feeling really sad at the moment. But the cure for that is remembrance. So there's no point going into deeper, dig the hole deeper. There's only common sense is to get out of the hole. And the only way to do that is to have deeper remembrance. You must no longer allow such words to emerge from your mouth. You should internally remember sweet Baba with a lot of love. So he's telling you right there, first there's got to be the feeling, sweet Baba, feelings of a lot of love. And then your sorrow will dissipate. I will use that word, but really it was never there. You're just locked in on something that you are way too focused on. And I said, ultimately, all of that stuff is memories from your past. When that's happening, you are trapped in your sanskars of the past. You are not present in soul conscious awareness. Song, yeah, because all your sorrows from the past, is it not? You might be feeling it today, but your sorrow comes from the past. You have to be able to put a full stop to that section of your hard drive. Like in Norton Disc Doctor, you have to wall off those bad sectors and not allow them to have influence on the CPU. Song, I have come with my fortune awakened, Om Shanti. Every human being makes effort to create a fortune of happiness or peace. Sages, holy men, and sannyasis say, we want peace. Remove our sorrow and grant us happiness. They believe that only God is the remover of sorrow and bestower of happiness for human beings. But human beings don't know God. You say Shiv Baba, Brahma, Vishnu, Shankar cannot be called Shiv Baba. They are deities. Only God is called Baba. He is incorporeal and he is worshipped. You know that Shiv Baba is the Baba of everyone. However, they don't understand why they call him Baba. There are worldly fathers too. And so which father is this? Souls say that one capital O is the incorporeal father. He is incorporeal, and we souls are also incorporeal. Even though people have worldly fathers, souls don't forget that father. Even though they have physical fathers, nobody forgets God. Ultimately, majority of people, when they're in desperate circumstances, remember God. He's not saying they remember him all the time. That's just when they're really in bad situations, they call out to God. Yeah. So Shiv Baba never forgets he's incorporeal. We are incorporeal, but we forget we're incorporeal, and hence all the drama, the problems. Here, he is called the Supreme Father. In English, it is said, God the Father, Supreme Soul, the highest on high. The worldly Father is the creator of bodies, whereas that one, capital O, is the Father from beyond this world, beyond all bodies, never had a body. Only the Father sits here and explains to you, children. You remember the Father because you received the inheritance from him. You have come to the Father to claim your inheritance. Only the Father, the remover of sorrow and the bestower of happiness, comes to show you the path to happiness. There'll be no name or trace of sorrow there in Golden Age. Here, there is a lot of sorrow. Everyone calls out. There's now a lot of sorrow to come in this world, yet to come. When someone dies, people become so unhappy. They say, oh God, and they cry. He alone is the benefactor, Father. Can't give sorrow. He can only bring benefit and happiness. You sing this, and so he must definitely have removed your sorrow and given you happiness. And the only thing that prevented human beings, all of us, from recognizing this is that mistake that he is omnipresent and he's in everything and he's doing everything. And he says, no, I'm not. You perform karma. I taught you this. I made you pure. You fell into body consciousness and started using your manmat to do wrong action. So therefore, I did not do any of those things. When we got clear on that, we stopped expecting God to fix our problems. Father comes and explains, children, every cycle, when you become very unhappy and impure, it's then that you call out. You call out, oh, Papa, come. I come cycle after cycle at the confluence age. The end of the impure world and the beginning of the pure world is called the confluence age. This is the only confluence age that is remembered. So it is the time of transformation, except the transformation is subtle. We don't run the world. Okay, we're a small organization spreading really powerful knowledge, right? But you got to be subtle to see it, right? Subtle means pure. If you're gross, all you see is the Iron Age world, and there's a lot of sorrow in that world. The Father comes to ignite everyone's light, to remove their sorrow and give them happiness. You know you have come to the Father from beyond, the one who has entered this one. He himself says, I enter this one, and I name him Brahma. All of you are Brahma Kumaras and Kumaris. You have the faith that you have become the children of Brahma in order to claim your inheritance of happiness from the Father. You children had happiness when it was the kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan. It is now the Iron Age, the land of sorrow. After this, there will be the Golden Age. History and geography of the world have to repeat. Now, none of us can do anything about that for ourselves or for anybody else. So that's why you don't ask the question why somebody did something. You don't say, why did that happen to me? It repeats. You just get to choose what you're going to repeat. At every second in the present, you choose what you're going to repeat. If you don't remember this, you're obviously going to be influenced by your past, negative past, and you'll repeat the negative past in your present. It's very simple to understand. But you have to spin the cycle, have this awareness every second, or think from the past, hijack your mind in the present. There has to be the kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan in the Golden Age. This cycle continues to turn. Baba has told you that you became the residents of hell and you now have to become the residents of heaven. You should take that as a point of faith. Baba said so, I have to do that. Baba said I can do it, so I can do it. The tree of you deity was very small at first. You now remember that you have taken 84 births. You were masters of the whole world and you then continue to take rebirth. It's now the end of your last 84th birth. This world would definitely become new from old. That new world was pure and it is now this old impure world. People are so unhappy and poverty stricken. Bharat was very wealthy. There used to be the pure household religion. When it was the pure family path, everyone was completely viceless, 16 celestial degrees full. These things are not mentioned in the scriptures. The scriptures are for the path of devotion. They only have the customs and systems of bhakti in them. The path to find God cannot be found in the scriptures. They do realize that God has to come here. So there's no question of trying to go there. So it's really important to churn deeply. Why does Baba say what he says in the Murli? Presume he's the benefactor, as he said. He's the ocean of knowledge. He's Trikadarshi. Nothing he says is wasteful. Nothing he says can be untrue. Figure out why you might not be hearing it the right way. And usually you'll find desire and fear. To hold sacrifice, or carelessness and laziness, which is basically the same thing. To hold sacrificial fires and to perform tapasya, etc., is not the way to find God. People call out to God, come and show us the path. My soul has become Tamopradhan and I cannot fly. That is, he cannot go to the Father. That is, the soul cannot go to the Father. In fact, a soul sheds his body and takes another. He can go anywhere from here. A soul can even go to America. If a soul still has a relationship with someone, he could go straight there in a second. But it's impossible for a soul to fly back home. Impure souls cannot go there. This is why souls call out, O purified, come. The Father explains when he comes, I only come when the whole world has become impure. There cannot be a single pure being in this impure world. Okay, God spoke, that's true. Whole world's impure, not a single pure soul. People believe that the Ganges is the purifier, and this is why they go bathe in it. However, no one can be purified with
Water.
water, especially Ganges water. You see what flows into the Ganges water. This Baba described Ganges is going to be in golden age. He said it is so pure, the herbs in it keep it so fragrant and fresh. Everything is naturally sterilized, like because of the herbs and the fragrance and the minerals. But that's not the Ganges of today. So people are silly that they can put filthy, dirty water on themselves and think their soul is going to become pure. You've now come to the unlimited Father to claim your inheritance. You have to become charitable, pure souls. You souls were Sato Pradhan, charitable, pure, and are now Tamo Pradhan, totally impure. You cannot become Sato Pradhan by bathing in the Ganges. It's only the Father's task to purify the impure, and the river doesn't have a soul in it, therefore it can't perform any task. It does cause things to happen, but it's not choosing to make things happen. There are rivers of water everywhere. Rain comes from the clouds and everyone experiences it. If a river of water could actually purify, they would purify everyone. Well, what's your reason for not purifying everyone? I just want to purify 5 people, 7 people, 500,000 people. Only the Father comes and shows you through this one the way to become pure. This one soul is his own Brahma. You don't know your own birth. They say that the duration of each cycle is hundreds of thousands of years. The Father says this cycle is only of 84 births. No one can actually take 8.4 million births in 5,000 years. So hence, you have to break the cycle of 5,000 and make it millions. The Father explains, you were 16 celestial degrees full in the Golden Age, then 2 degrees less, and then the degrees gradually continue to decrease. The new world becomes old. De facto, evolutionary theory has to lengthen time because of the number of different species that there are. And they have to go from one to the other, so they can experience the full experience of being alive. Right? This is how they do this stuff. Right? So therefore, de facto, they make the cycle very, very long. And the result of making the cycle very, very long, God becomes very, very insignificant. The copper nine natures are called the impure world. These things are not mentioned in the scriptures. Only I am called the ocean of knowledge. Do I study any scriptures? I know the beginning, middle, and end of this world. Those on the path of bhakti cannot have this knowledge. All of that is the knowledge of the path of devotion. People sing, we are degraded sinners. We have no virtues. When they're desperate, they admit this. Have mercy on us. It was because there was mercy for them, Lakshmi Narayan, that Lakshmi Narayan then changed from humans into deities. And God's mercy, look what it did. It created Lakshmi Narayan from ordinary human beings. It is called the highest and high fortune. People go to school to make their fortune. Someone becomes a judge, someone becomes an engineer. That fortune is vicious. Becoming an engineer, doctor, or a lawyer, you want that so badly for your kids? It's a vicious fortune. Okay? Just as long as you know. But my son's a doctor now. My son's an engineer now. Great, he's vicious. And you're eating proceeds coming from vicious actions, and you're eating food bought with that. Nobody gets how totally Tamo this world is, how nonsensical it is. Yeah, but I eat really good food. Yeah, but it's vicious food. Someone becomes a judge and someone else an engineer. That fortune is vicious, whereas your fortune is being made by God. This is why you call out to the remover of sorrow, bestower of happiness to come. No one but the Father can touch you and make you into deity, can teach you and make you into deities. Father sits here and speaks to you souls. The soul says, this is my body. The body does not say, this is my soul. The soul is in the body. He says, this is my body. The people say, don't make my soul suffer. If a soul were not in that body, he could not speak. The soul says, I shed my body and I take another. I have definitely experienced 84 births and have now become a resident of hell. You're now once again making effort to become residents of heaven. Only the Father makes you into residents of heaven. The golden age is called heaven. When they say that so-and-so became a resident of heaven, they are telling lies because nobody's left this world and gone back to the soul world. This is hell. When someone dies, people say that he has gone to heaven. So why do they invite him back to hell to eat the food of Iron Age hell? He would receive so many comfortable facilities in heaven. Why would he ever want to come back? He's referring to the custom they have in Hinduism. And when somebody dies, they have the Brahmin priest offer food and invoke that departed spirit to come into the body of the Brahmin, like a trance messenger idea, and then interact with the person, the grieving widow, whoever it is, and then she gets to feed him his favorite food that she used to make for him. Why do you invite him back into hell? People don't have even this much understanding. The Father sits here and explains, this Iron Age is now to be destroyed. It is to be set on fire. Everything is to be destroyed. You children who are claiming your inheritance on the Father will go and rule in the Golden Age. Okay, so subtly, if you have attachment for your children and you want to cook the food, you're not in remembrance of Baba, even if you offered it. But now you offered it to Baba, but you always had this selfish desire that I want to feed my children. And then you feed those children. They're not eating Baba's food because you're getting them trapped in you instead of connecting their intellects with Baba, in which case they would be eating food cooked for them by Baba. So this is why all this selfish desire of wanting to cook for your children isn't pure either. Who gave this inheritance to Lakshmi Narayan, the Father? You're now being made worthy by the Father. You say that you are changing from residents of hell and becoming residents of heaven. Father says, I don't become a resident of heaven. I only reside in the supreme region. You become the residents of hell and the residents of heaven. The residential home of souls is the land of peace. From there, you go to the land of happiness. This is a land of sorrow, which is now to be destroyed. No one knows that God enters the body of Brahma and teaches Raj Yoga. So, as I've said to you, soul world is home for everybody, all souls. Sutter region is IMAX theater, and only some people who know where the IMAX theater is can go sit in the theater and watch the movies. Other people don't get to see that, right? They think that Sri Krishna himself came. They do not even say that God came in the body of Sri Krishna. Krishna cannot be God. He is the master of the world. The liberator of all is only one. He is the supreme soul, God. He is the master of the world. The liberator of all is one. He's the supreme soul. There is no other spiritual gathering in the world where they understand that they are claiming their inheritance from the Father. Only the one Father makes you pure from impure. The Father says, I am your true Guru, and I purify you. The water of the Ganges cannot purify you. This is a world of sinful souls. No matter what people do, they have to come down the ladder. They have to become Tamil Pradhan from Sattva Pradhan. You no longer perform bhakti. You do not even say, Oh Ram, he is your father and is teaching you. Yeah, many of the Indian Brahmins, the older ones, still say, Oh Shiv Baba, Oh Ram sometimes. You should not even say, Oh God, come. Oh God, come, O Ram. However, they have this habit, and so these words emerge. The Father says to you, remember me, and your sins will be absolved, and you will come to me. You have to remember the one alone, capital O. The Father says, this is your last birth. Only at this time do you have a chance to claim whatever inheritance you want. You will not be able to claim it again. The Fathers explain those who call themselves Hindus originally belong to the deity religion. Those who belong to the Christian religion never change the name of their religion. Even though they are Tamil Pradhan, they are still in the Christian religion. You are deities, but because you are impure, you call yourselves Hindus. So you cannot call yourselves deities when you're impure. You have forgotten that you were originally deities. None of you call yourselves deities because you have become vicious. You have body consciousness. Everything is explained to you very clearly. There is no sage or holy men here to say, I am a businessman or I am so and so, is body consciousness. You now have to become soul conscious. It requires effort to become soul conscious. It takes effort. That's why everybody's so tired, because they get too tired to make the effort. You have to claim your inheritance from Baba. Therefore, remember the Father. Remembrance is the foundation of everything. This whole confluence stage, whole Murli, whole course is to learn how to remember God. And from that, when you figure out accurate remembrance, soul conscious remembrance, magic starts to happen. You gain your powers over matter again, you gain power over your sense organs, your purity returns, your virtue returns because of your connection to God. God is the purifier. Let your hands do the work while your heart is with the Father. You are the lovers of the one beloved. That one beloved is the bestower of salvation for all. He comes when everyone is to receive salvation and heaven is to be established. All name and trace of sorrow will disappear. You children have come here to claim your inheritance of the constant happiness of heaven for 21 births from the unlimited Father. No human being can make anyone into a master of heaven. Shiv Baba comes in Bharat and makes it into heaven. People celebrate the birthday of Shiva, but they have forgotten that they receive their inheritance of heaven from him. Acha, mite mite sekiladi bacho prati, mat pita bab dadaka yad pyara good morning, Rahani Bapki, Rahani Bachoko namaste, or
Rohani Bachcho ki, Rohani Bapko, Namaste.
essence for Dharna. Number one, make your fortune elevated on the basis of this study. You have to become deities from human beings. You have to become pure and return home, and then go to the new world. Number two, whilst working with your hands, stay in remembrance of the one Father. Neither listen to nor say wrong things. Blessing. May you remain constantly stable in your pure form and only pick up pearls of virtues as a holy swan. You holy swans have a pure form, and your duty is to constantly pick up pearls of virtues. Never take the pebbles of defects into your intellect. However, in order to fulfill this duty, always remember one order, one direction. Think no evil, hear no evil, see no evil, and
Think
Speak no evil.
Huh?
Speak no evil.
And speak no evil. Those who keep this order constantly in their awareness always stay on the shores of ocean. So what does that mean? Think no body conscious thoughts. Hear no body conscious words. See no body conscious actions, and speak no body conscious words. Those who keep this order constantly in their awareness always stay on the shores of the ocean. Calm, happy, cool breeze. The residence of you swans is the ocean. Slogan: to be in your angelic form whilst walking and moving around is a gift. To be in your angelic form while walking and moving around, your angelic form is a gift that pleases Father Brahma's heart. Baba sees you behaving like an angel, he's very happy. Aviat signal, remain constantly busy in making self-progress and progress in service, and have good wishes for everyone. Do not play your part on the basis of some relationship, but play it in the relationship of service. So if you're playing your part, interacting with Brahmins, playing your part for the purpose of service, then you are doing relationship. If you're getting body conscious, familiar, forgetting soul consciousness, forgetting your soul, forgetting to see them as soul, you're creating bondage. Secondly, do not make any perishable facilities your support or basis of anything, happiness, joy, peace. All of those are just in name. They are for service. Use them for service and become detached. Do not let your mind be attracted to the attraction of the facilities. Om Shanti.